Oh,
I'm gonna use that too.
oh. Because I want to. I guess it's the best way to put it. I think that,
Yes.
yeah, that's the best way to put it.
If I don't
Because
have
I just want to. And I think more people should
because
have that
that's how
intent.
you really
Because I think a lot of people make art for
you have to have
other reasons, whether it be like from monetary purposes or
very high
something else totally entirely, which is totally fine. But for me, it's just fun. I just enjoy it. That's why I do it. I think you start asking yourself, what do you want? You know, if it's if you're starting to look for audience expectation, then you're defeating the purpose of art. Art is meant to be yourself first, and then audience will conform to what you want, right? So a lot of people say, "Oh, I make art for myself." Well, the way you see the world is the way you see yourself, right? So art is just simply a reflection of self. So whatever you put out is your perspective of the world, and those people that vibe with the same energy will attract that. Like, you don't have to do anything for anybody. People would automatically either love it or hate it, but that's nothing you can control or do. That's just simply your own. I think creativity is both. You're simply choosing the path. Everyone is creative in their own way. You can be a server and just think of creative ways to get from one customer to the other. Some people may undermean that, but that's still creativity. It doesn't mean you're Da Vinci or Michelangelo. Everyone has their own way of developing things. That's just how the world works. But creativity is so broad of a range, and I think we should start to get rid of the notion that nobody can be creative, right? Oh, I wish I could draw. You don't have to draw. Just be the best manager, be the best busser, be the best mechanic, be the best doctor. That's just how things work all the time. Of course. you know, but that just goes with anything. I want to give up. I give up because I care. I care about it too much, right? And some people may say, "Oh, I give up you know, my regular career to choose a corporate career or whatever," right? That's good for them, you know. But yeah, of course, always, I keep going because I know that this is what I want to do for the rest of my life that I could see, and there's no other way that I could see it. It'll keep calling me back. It's a phone that's always calling. I just chose to pick up the phone and answer it, and some people don't have to do that. Yeah. And if you choose to give up the creative pursuit, that's okay. That's okay too. We keep changing as people. I let it consume me first.
Yes.
I let it consume me. I think that it's okay to feel doubtful. I think it's okay to feel fear or to feel like it's not worthy of you. Because if anything, when you feel imposter syndrome, that's just you choosing humility, right? And that's what gets more opportunity. I think if you didn't feel that, then you're in the wrong space to be, It's completely normal because if anything, you're understanding that you're learning something rather than mastering something. And that's the big difference of it. So I choose to just keep pushing through. If you do feel that way, just keep going. I think you'll find the answer. I Oh my goodness. I receive it. I receive both good and bad, you know? Um and that's okay. And I think it's good to choose bad and good, because again, it's from a place of learning. It's not a place of mastery. I know nothing. Therefore I can know everything, and there are certain perspectives that I may have not seen or, certain opinions I haven't even thought about, when it comes to my art. But it's good to know because it helps me get better, coming from a place of a growth mindset rather than a fixed position. Yeah. Most of the time, your escape is your reality. Everybody escapes. whether it be through substances, whether it be to going to church or, coming home on a Sunday, watching Netflix. That's your escape. That's still your reality because you're living it, right? So art can be both, and art usually is both, but it's more of a deep reflection rather than a no novice understanding, if that makes sense. um yeah, yeah, it's more of a reflection of inner self, I think. mm, Not really. Creative block just means that you're just not creating enough. you know it usually just means you haven't created enough in that day or that week or that month. And then when you go back to it, you're like, man, I don't know what to draw. I don't know what to create. I don't know what to do. And you're trying to make the best next thing, right? And you're rushing into it. You're finding a stump because you're trying to rush into something that takes patience, that takes time, that takes allowing the flow to come. There's no block. It's a river. you know you're just mentally stopping yourself. But if you keep creating every day, if you keep trying to say, let me just draw on a piece of receipt paper, right, all of a sudden you're getting new ideas. It's like going to the bathroom, taking a shower. When you finally let yourself be calm, there is no block. That's pretty easy, like my family, my friends, everything around me. I'm always thinking about art, in my subconscious every day. Like if I see how the light hits a building, I'm thinking about lighting. I'm like, wow, that's such a beautiful color, or wow, this is such a beautiful texture. Like, life inspires me. you know I think people shouldn't study art, but you should study life. Whether you're an actor, whether you're a musician, all your best work comes from life. It never truly comes from a place of technique or technicality. It's more so just looking around you. you know don't study animation, study life, study how people work, how objects move. And that's easy. Everything inspires me. Everything, yeah.